1 in 1,440, that's how many South Koreans have antibody against COVID-19. The results of tests conducted over the summer show that's a far smaller proportion than most other countries. It's also an indicator of less people being infected. Kyung-eun helps us look beyond the digits.
In South Korea, 0.07% of people have antibodies against COVID-19.
The government tested 1,440 people for antibodies between June 10th and August 13th, and one person was confirmed positive.
It's much lower than, for example, New York City at 25%, London at 17%, and Spain at 6%. Antibodies are what give you immunity to a disease once you've already been infected, so the data suggests South Korea has relatively few people who've caught the disease and does not have symptoms. This is largely thanks to its aggressive testing. But there is a twist. The antibody rate went up slightly from the previous study conducted from April to June when it was 0.03%. That could make a big difference when factoring in the country's population of more than 50 million. Theoretically, the more recent study would mean around 35,000 cases. But in fact, the country has only confirmed around 22,000, which could mean some 13,000 have gone undetected. There's a notable gap compared to the first test, when estimated and actual cases almost matched. This gap, however, isn't necessarily accurate.
Given the scale of the outbreak, 1,500 people isn't a big enough sample to accurately determine the percentage of asymptomatic cases, so we can't generalize.
Experts also say more testing is needed.
The second wave began around mid-August, so we should look at samples taken after that period. It's not going to end with 1 or 2 rounds of research. Tracking should be done in a continuous manner.
The government is in the process of doing so, this time with bigger and more diverse samples. Kyung-eun, Arirang News.